Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back to the Complete Husband's Handbook podcast. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be having a little fun today. We're going to be talking about what makes a gentleman. Now, with the release of the prequel to Kingsman, a lot of folks are starting to say again, manners maketh man. And that's true. How you act to other people, how you respond to other people, matters. So let's look at how we can be a better gentleman at home and also at work, since those are the two primary places where we spend the majority of our time. A gentleman has good manners. He says please and thank you. He's respectful. Now, a lot of times we take our wives for granted. We do. Let's just be honest here. We come home after a long day at work and we expect the food to be cooked, the kids to be taken care of, the laundry to be done, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, they work too. Whether they work in the home, whether they have their own business, whether they work outside the home. Our wives are just as busy as we are. So if we happen to come home and they're cooking, show some appreciation. Walk up to them, give them a hug, thank you for cooking, it means a lot. And always say please. Believe it or not, that'll take most of the edge off any issues that could arise between the two of you. Now at work, be polite, be respectful. It doesn't matter if someone's a brand new hire or the CEO of the company. Show some human decency. They're working in their job just as hard as you're working in yours. Be polite. Good morning. Good afternoon. How's it going today? From the security guard who badges you in to, the guy picking up the trash, to your boss. Just be polite. And other people will notice how polite you are. And they will acknowledge, hey, he's becoming a better person. Now, just because you're being polite to your boss, people tend to see that as being a butt kisser. So be polite to everybody. Sir, ma'am, how's it going? Just start with saying please and thank you. And that'll start a chain reaction to not only bettering yourself, but bettering your team and bettering your work life, just like it will at home. Now, being a gentleman is an earned title. Money and power do not immediately constitute the title of gentleman. It did back in the day, but that don't mean nothing now. Others give it to you. And it's a process. You have to earn it every day, a conscious decision. To show respect. So that your wife can go, hey, my man's a gentleman. He shows appreciation. Your manager at work will go, hey, so-and-so over there, yeah. He's actually grateful for the overtime. He shows other people proper respect. He is a gentleman. And it'll go a long way in your work life to where when you're up for review, maybe up for a raise, they'll keep that in mind. Or when you're at home and maybe you're having a bad day, or maybe some stuff is happening externally with the in-laws or whatever, your wife will lean on you a bit more. And you'll be able to lean on her a bit more. And it'll build you stronger. A gentleman takes responsibility. Fellas, own up to your crap. I mean, let's be honest, we all screw up. That's no surprise there. In the New Testament says we're all sinners and have fallen short of the glory of God. Even God knows we're going to mess up. Our wives know we're going to mess up. Our bosses know we're going to mess up. Everyone messes up. But when you stand up and own up to it, not arrogantly, not superficially, but to say, hey, based on the information I had at the time, that was my decision. And if it's a wrong decision, say, yes, I acknowledge the fact that, there was something I could do better. I'll take whatever punishment, comes my way. But how can I fix it? Part of taking responsibility is always bettering yourself. If your boss or your wife takes the time to show you a better way, do it. For the love of sweet cheese and crackers, do it. Always better yourself. Because the next time, they may not show you a better way. They may not be as lenient. So, take responsibility. Own up to it and better yourself. A gentleman has standards. Now, as we grow and as we age in this world, what we want in life changes. When we were young, we wanted a lot of money, we wanted the fastest cars, we wanted the best clothes, we wanted, a bunch of superficial stuff. But as we get older, what we want changes. We're focused on our wife or our spouse, we're focused on our kids, we're focused on our careers. And we have a standard of excellence that changes. So the people around you need to reflect your standard of excellence. Otherwise, you could get drawn back into, let's just say some bad choices and leave it at that. Your clothes need to change. You can't dress like a college kid if you're expecting to become a VP in a company. Okay? You have to adapt. If you want to hang with the big dogs, you got to dress the way the big dogs dress. If you look at any singer, songwriter, actor who has longevity, they have adapted themselves over time. So I suggest we do the same. Not only that, but we have standards in our love life. When we're younger, we might, find those who are a bit kind of fast and loose. But having standards in love means something. To agree with certain things, to have a plan. If you want kids, make sure your wife wants kids too. If you want to have a house together, if you want to get married, those are things that you have to talk about, to have those standards. Women have standards. Us men need to have standards. And it's better to be alone than to lower yourself to fit somebody else's standards. And that goes for men and women both. A gentleman is well groomed. Fellas, learn how to use a damn washing machine. Wash your clothes. Learn how to iron. Learn how to clean your shoes. Now, there are some industries I've worked in the past, construction, oil field, stuff like that. Well, I've come home dirty, nasty, sweaty, disgusting. And the first thing my wife says to me is, "You don't go take a shower, right? I can smell you from here." Well, yeah, nobody wants to be hugging up on somebody who stinks. So wash your clothes, bathe yourself, wash your hair. If you've got a beard, comb it, make sure it's good. Now, I'm not saying be all prissy, but, show some respect to yourself. People are not going to respect you if you don't respect you. Make sure your clothes are on point. Make sure that they're hung up. Make sure they're folded. Make sure they smell good whenever you put them on. Contrary to popular belief, if you leave an article of clothing in a closet out over time, it will kind of smell stale. And no amount of, pimp juice or cologne is going to fix that. So, if you know you want to wear something, rewash it. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, take pride in yourself. Make sure your haircut's good. Make sure your beard, if you have facial hair, is combed and it's clean. Bathe yourself. And then whenever you start to do that, people will notice. And they'll show you respect because you've shown you respect. A gentleman is open-minded. A gentleman wants to learn. Now, contrary to popular belief, the older you get, the more you don't know. And that's the God's honest truth. I forget who told me that. I was younger at the time, but somebody said, "Man, the more I age, the more I know I don't know shit." Now, that's probably a bit boorish to say, but you get my drift. Learn. There's a wide world of stuff out there for us to know. Each culture, each society, each region has their own special things that they're known for. Read. Learn. Not just at work, but at home. Learn about your wife. Your wife will change all the time. Learn about that. Learn about what she likes, what she doesn't like, the things she's interested in. That doesn't mean you have to do them, but it provides a talking point. It provides validity. And at work, be trainable. Fellas, you're not going to know everything about everything about everything. There's new technology, there's new programs, there's new systems that always come out that say they can do stuff bigger, better, badder, faster, quicker, whatever. Be trainable. Always be willing to learn. Never be stuck in a rut. Because the worst thing any business will tell you is, well, that's how we've always done it. Well, if that's true, why aren't we in horse and buggy? Learn. Always be open-minded and always learn. Now, this is a great segue into be interested and be informed. Know how to have a conversation. You have to show interest in people if they're going to show interest in you. Personally, I don't like golf. I think it's boring. If I'm going to hit a ball with a stick, I'm going to play baseball. Or something like that. Golf, to me, it looks boring. But I have friends who absolutely love it. I don't know what a bogey is. I don't know what an eagle is. I know what par is. But again, I will have conversations with them, and I'll ask them about stuff just so we can have a point of reference. And then they will do the same to me. We'll find, music we like to listen to, shows, sports, whatever, just to find a way to connect with other people. And that shows that not only are you interested in that person, but you want to be informed about them. They will recognize that in you. And they will take that back and go, so-and-so knows something. He actually gives a damn. And trust me, if you do that with your wife, if you can have conversations with her and show interest in what she likes, yeah, that's going to save you about 70% of your own stupidity. A gentleman keeps his word. Let's be honest here. Gone are the days when a handshake and a nod meant something. Now you got to be lawyered up. You got to have these agreements and contracts and all that stuff. A gentleman keeps his word. If you tell your boss, hey, I'm going to be there then, be there then. If you tell your wife, baby, we're going to go out this weekend, unless something crazy happens, keep your word, because trust me, your wife will remember that, and she'll bring it up. Trust me, she will. So, keep your word. Your word is your bond. Your word means something. Be trustful. If you ever get the chance to have power at work, a gentleman wields power with purpose. Now, for those of us who've been able to be leaders or shift leads or managers or whatever the case may be, everyone can spot a bad manager or a weak manager. A manager is not one who wants to have friends. A manager is someone who wants to be in control. But a leader wields power with purpose. A leader wants other people to grow, wants other people to elevate themselves, wants other people to succeed. And that leader, or that gentleman, will look for tools of success and share them with his team so that they can thrive, because when they do good and they look good, the person with the power looks good too. You grow together and you build something beautiful. Same thing at home. Now, traditionally, quote unquote, the man is the head of the household. Whether that's true or not, that's up for debate. But regardless, fellas, we need to wield power with purpose. We want our wife or spouse, depending on who you're married to, we want them to grow. We want them to be successful. So if your wife says, hey, I want to do this, or hey, I want to do that, if you can afford to do it, do it. My wife is a published author. I read her books. Some of them I like. Some of them or not quite my speed, but again, I want my wife to be successful. So if she can write stuff and it can relate to me as a man, it helps her out. If she needs help researching stuff, or she needs help, trying to find loans, or trying to do this, that, and the other, willed power with purpose. Our wives or spouses give us responsibility, and that in and of itself is a power. Wield it with purpose and help others to succeed. The gentleman believes in the benefit of the doubt. Now, because we live in an age where memes and tweets and posts and all this other stuff are believed more than the gospel truth of life, a gentleman has to find things out for himself, has to do his own research, has to establish himself. And so a gentleman doesn't listen to the gossip or the scuttlebutt or whatever. I had a boss who everyone said was a complete and utter asshole. Their words, not mine. I count him as my best boss. I count him as one of the guys that I can look to and go, I've learned a lot from him. Why? Because he had standards. Because he took responsibility. The other people didn't like him because he had standards. I didn't believe the gossip. I wanted to know for myself, and I learned a lot from him. A gentleman offers chances to others. We've all screwed up in life. All of us have. And someone took a chance on us. So we need to take a chance on them. If the person we're offering the benefit of the doubt to, if they screw up, it's on them. It's not on you, because you gave them the opportunity to better themselves. And a gentleman pays it forward. Like I said before, we've all needed help in the past. And we still are going to need help in the future. Pay it forward. Help out other people. Show the benefit of the doubt. And I guarantee you, this will truly, if you apply these things in your life, every day make conscious decisions to do so, I guarantee you people will not only see you as a gentleman, but they'll respect you as one too. We'll see y'all in the next one.